It is November the 1st. It's later on at night. Maybe it's like after 8. Alright, so this video is gonna be about a dream I had maybe a year or two ago. I don't know if I posted a video about it, but I feel like one of the reasons I didn't have any visions or dreams for months was because I was not coming and posting videos about it. I wasn't telling people about it. So if I was not going to be obedient and do what I had been told, why, I'm not getting into that. That may not have been the case. Maybe I just had come to the place where the visions were leading me by the Most High, and He gave me a break so I would be prepared for what would be coming in the future. So, like I said, this dream happened maybe a year or two ago. But now, even with those dreams, I try to write them down when I wake up immediately. Because later on down the line, I start seeing things happen that I saw in my dream that I didn't fully understand at the time. So in this dream, I went to sleep and I woke up in this dream. It was more like an experience. When I woke up, I was in this small, basic studio. Nothing special, nothing nice, just a little basic studio. Like a little studio apartment, a little one-bedroom house or something. I walked outside of this little house and I realized the house was like inside of the yard of this huge mansion. Okay? So when I walked outside, I saw this 18-wheeler truck. And there was a black man that I'm assuming was a truck driver. He was sitting in the driver's seat, but he was just sitting there. I'm not going to say what he was doing. I walked past him and I walked into the mansion. And when I walked into the mansion, there was a huge party going on. I saw all these statues and busts, like Greeks and Europeans and Romans would have. You know how they like to build all those statues of themselves. I saw many of those things. I saw a lot of expensive vases and columns and just very expensive things I saw. And the people were dressed like it was this celebration. It was a big party. And from what I remember, I don't want to say it incorrectly. What I remember was there were two groups of people. They were both white. There were two groups of white people. One was the pretend Jews, and the other was like just your average run-of-the-mill whites. But they were all very wealthy. All of them are rich. But the pretend Jews were so much richer than the others. And there seemed to be something was going on. Like, I don't know if it was animosity. I don't know. But when I got into that part of the house, the mansion, I had this sense of urgency that I had to get out of there immediately. I had to get out of the house right now. So I began to sneak out of the house like I was walking with my back against the wall, trying not to be seen. And somehow nobody saw me. It was probably 100 people in there at the party. Nobody saw me. And I don't remember what they were talking about. But at the time, I did know. I feel like they might have been talking about Israel, or they were up to something. They were planning something. And I snuck out of there. And it was like no one saw me. So I got outside of the mansion, and there was this long yard with a lot of green grass. It was well manicured. I just started running as fast as I could through the yard. And at the end of the yard, there was this tall brick fence. I climbed over the brick fence, and as I was climbing over the brick fence, I heard something behind me, and when I looked back, I saw it was a white guy, and he was running full speed. I don't know if he was running after me. I don't know if he just saw me leave and he was trying to leave too. But he was running like full speed. Like down the yard or across the grass. Coming for the brick wall in the same path that I took, right? So I was turning around looking at him. I turned my head forward and kept on the path, and I jumped over the wall. And then I ran across the street. When I ran across the street, I didn't have the sense of urgency to run any further. I stopped running. I felt like I was safe. I was out of that house. It was a house of wickedness. I just knew it was. You know, and I've done wicked things. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you what I know. This was a house of great wickedness. So anyway, when I got to the other side of the street, I was on the sidewalk and I turned back. And the white guy that was chasing or running behind me jumped over the brick fence too. And he ran into the street top speed. And this huge white van came out of nowhere and just plowed him to death. Like, it just hit him so hard, you could hear it, boom. It hit him so hard, and the van was going so fast that his body didn't even drop from the van. The van just carried his body on down the road somewhere. It hit him so fast, at first there wasn't even any blood. And it hit him so hard, he went to bits. It was almost nothing left of him. And he didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming either. Just out of nowhere, he was destroyed. And I was like, wow. Then I remember seeing a lot of blood all over the van, even though the van was way down the road. I didn't really understand what that meant. I took it as me needing to get out of the enemy's house and move forward, following the path of the Most High. That's what I took it at the time. Took it as at the time. Now, after time has passed, I've seen many things, and I have seen this specific nation, not my nation, the other nation, the enemy. I have seen them. They are being wiped out in record numbers. The wombs of their women have been shut up. They can barely reproduce. Many of them are addicted to drugs and opioids, the same thing that they use to try to weaken the house of Israel. And they are being removed from the earth in record numbers like no one has ever seen before. And there's no one to blame. There's no finger to point. You can't say it's this, that, or the third, because it's the Most High doing it. You know, so I'm sorry, I just saw a little gnat or something. It's the Most High doing it. So now, a while after that dream, I understand what I was seeing. That man represented a nation that was being destroyed. Now, I got away. I'm thankful because in the dream, it reminded me of things that I had done that I had no business doing as well. But the Most High just had mercy on me and let me get away. He saved me. So I'm just saying all this to say that I know Israel has been saved, but you still have to find the Most High. I don't know who these videos are helping, but I'm sure that I must do what I need to do. So I'll keep on. If you guys have any questions or any interpretations, please let me know. I also had another dream a while back that I was there was this tall building. It was kind of like a house, kind of like a tower. And there was a black woman. I could see her in a tall window. I think she had braided hair. She was dark skinned. And her name was Israel. And there was this huge dragon that was breathing fire. And he was trying to get into this tower to get her and eat her. Or kill her, rip her up. And I had come, and I don't remember what I did. But somehow I was afraid at first because this was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This was not anything pretend. This was a real dinosaur, and it was taller than the tower, if I remember correctly. It was huge. But somehow I overcame my fear, and I slayed this dragon. And I went inside of the house, and I went up to the top, and I got this woman named Israel, and I brought her out. And she was so thankful to be saved. And we went away. There was a great celebration after that, and we ate and everything. I know what that means. I don't know where it's going, but I'm gonna see if I can find where I wrote down a lot of these dreams I had in the past, so I can just make sure I put them out there. But from here on out, my goal is whenever I have a vision or experience or a dream, once I wake up, I want to go ahead. I want to write it down, of course, but then I want to go ahead and make a video immediately, just so I don't forget anything. But alright, thank you guys. I'll come with some other things. I may make another channel to talk about personal things. I don't really want to talk about personal things on here. I don't think that's what I should be doing. But I'll let you guys know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything. It's fine. And thank you.